Good afternoon, everyone.
Afternoon.
Raise hand if you can see me clearly and also see my tutorial 3. Please do raise hand if my voice clear enough and you can see the tutorial 3 question through my screen. Four only, others not in yet. A bit soft. You said the background noise here, noises?
No.
No noises. All right, so this round my voice clearer than just now. Noted, Ivan.
Clear.
Compared to just now, Russell, this one clearer than just now. Clear, right? I shall look for another microphone. Any idea? This one headphone sometimes not works well, didn't work well. All right, anyway, let me start recording. Have you tried tutorial 3? Today we can solve, not yet. How about others? Okay, how about others other than Kelvin, Ian, and Noel, Nathan? How about others who are already, who tried tutorial 3? Today we can discuss question 1 and question 2. In total, only 5 questions. So I will spend a little bit more time on question number 2. Yeah, question 1, quite straightforward. Discuss 3 reasons why organizations should comply to ISO. Even though this one will only be covered at the end of the chapter, but this is a straightforward theory question. You can find out resources on this. Question number 2, I will spend time on this popular question. Yeah, about software quality attributes. So in your Google Classroom, Appendix 3.1. So every one of you open ready Appendix 3.1. Google Classroom. Here under learning material, Appendix. Open ready. We will going to use this in question number 2. We will not discuss all these attributes. You learned this one last time. I saw your report, and you also include, you did include the quality attribute in the previous report. So this round, we just need to apply I'm not sure how many being covered, but in general, they are more or less the same. Yeah. So later on, you please go through. There are only roughly about 8 pages. Yeah. Go through all these attributes. After that, we need to apply to question number 2. So before that, this one, question 1, later I will allocate time for you to what is it, to try out before we discuss. Question 2, I will brief you all first. I'll brief you all the idea how to do this question. Later on, you try. Everybody ready? Everybody ready? Give me your raise hand. Yeah. Because when I ask if everybody ready, I always Noel and Kelvin ready. The rest, not sure. Yeah, thanks Noel. Kelvin always responsive. So question number 1, I will leave it to you. You'll go and find out what's the reason. This is a quality standard used by most of the organizations. So question number 2, we need to refer case study in tutorial 2, question number 1, BIM scope project. Suggest one software quality attribute for BIM scope project, bracket, ordering and inventory control system. So it means there are plenty of choices here. Where is that already? There are plenty choices here. So out of all these attributes, we are going to suggest one, which is suitable to be applied in a BIM scope project. The company going to develop a new system. Still remember? I think I need to come back to this case. This is your tutorial 2, question number 1. So now the company applying a new system. Yeah, they want a new system. They want this new system where because current problem is everything doing manually. From the time the clerk pick up the phone, now I'm refreshing your this one memory. So the problem here is this company, everything go manually. the clerk pick up phone. After that, the clerk need to run to find out. The clerk need to check what is the credit balance first thing, and then might need to the warehouse, find out the stock availability, and then everything, how many days is mentioned? 5 to 7 days to ship. Sometimes there are some mistake. Those are the key, these are the concern. So all these problem occur, which quality attributes has to be measured, which quality attribute is important when we are in a new system. So what they want, new system here, not only tag order entry, but also feature with a barcode inventory control. It means that when the order come out, when the order, the time that shipping out, immediately will update inventory, number of stock to be minus out, number of stock available, update immediate on the spot. It's a real time. And then also another feature is the new system directly tied to the shipping company. So from here, the customer might able to trace where is the latest location for the parcel. So these are the feature in the new system. So remember this case? Last week we learned?
Yeah.
Yeah, good, thank you. So refer to this case, quality attribute ordering inventory control. Now you look at your, I give you one example. Yeah, I give you one example, give you some idea. Later on, you find out others attributes. I mentioned earlier on, for this course, there are many possible answer. Many possible answer. It depends on how you justify your answer. So my example for you is, now the current new system, we are the main goal. Where is that? This one. So the new system here first, we want to reduce error mistake, right? We want to solve this problem, the one here. Okay, we want to solve this, reduce mistakes. Second, what else? When the clerk check the stock, the system should be easily, from the system, they can find out what is the latest stock here. Right, solve this one. What else? All the informations are automatically updated to solve this problem. Let me circle out. So the new system, we want to all this problem, update software, reduce mistake, and then check the availability easily. What else? And then perhaps you want to reduce the time, make report. Here mention long time. So we also want to, all this need to be pointed out. So what do you think? Which one will be more suitable here? So I will suggest, I put it here. I will suggest performance efficiency. This is my example for you. E, B, C. So what is this about? You get back to your appendix. Yeah, when we are doing this, cannot be too rushed, too fast. Have to calm down, steady, look at it slowly. Performance efficiency. Do you see that? This part, performance efficiency. Then you look at the explanation. If you're not so sure what is this about, relative to the amount of resources used under condition. So resources here could be, what are the example of resources here? Let's say the manpower. Yeah, now currently the clerk have to run here and there, check this and that. Now we want to enhance the efficiency by applying the new system. Some of their work when computerized and definitely might reduce the time spent by the workers. Do you agree?
Oh yeah.
Thank you, Noel. So what about time behavior? Degree to which, okay, now all this content capture from here. Yeah, summarized from this document, ISO quality standard document. I know some of the content here, the explanation quite hard to be understand. Yeah, no problem. You can, there's a dictionary online. Or you can also search out what is the meaning of time behavior in quality measurement or quality attribute or in project management. There are many ways to find out. It takes some initiative. Take initiative, go and find out so that you understand more what is it about. So degree to which respond and process time, throughput, rate of the system. So throughput here means the productions with the time, the same time allocated, but they can do more things. Of course, the new system might help them to do so. But how are we going to justify? Later, we discuss. Resource utilization. This one, degree which the amount and type of resources used by the system when performing it function meet requirement. So resources here again, what is this about? Resources here in terms of the human resource, in terms of the workforce, the worker. And also the cost. Do they facing any, do they need to spend time? Extra time, of course, yes. How about the cost? Do they need to spend extra cost for the current system? Is yes, then you justify. Capacity here, something like volume. Yeah, something like volume. So degree to which the maximum limit of a system parameter meet requirement. Example, by applying the new system. So now we're talking about performance efficiency. In the new system, the user, not user. So here I might have I write it down here. There are 3 time behavior. Okay, and then we have, what's the second one just now? Resource utilization. Second, we have resource utilization. And then the third one, we have capacity. Right? Time behavior. With the new system, all the reports can be compiled with a shorter of time, right? Definitely will solve the problem used here. Okay, definitely will solve the problem. This one, solve this problem. Yeah, with the new system, all the reports, all the information will be updated automatically. right? And then all the reports can be compiled on time. Here, we solve this also. These two. So this attribute is what is it? Good to be used to measure this, to solve this, and also solve this. Then they are also talking about warehouse. Where is warehouse? They need to manually route it to the warehouse. After that, for the new system, they did mention here, this new system allowed user to browse. There are a lot of product can be viewed. How many warehouse? 2 warehouse. This is about new system. All these are mentioned here. So from here, you bring this, explain under here, capacity. That's my suggestion. You can, if you have your own way, you just go for it. So in my opinion, that part about the warehouse, with the new system, the user might able to search. Yeah, the user might able to search a lot of product. You give the number they mentioned from the case, a lot of product at 2 different warehouse. Right? And also, the system might suggest the suitable product substitution when the product out of stocks. These are the 2 things, search and also when out of stock, the system might give substitution. This is the feature in the new system. Here, substitution. So all these keyword, if you have your highlighter or pen, all the keyword you highlight. Yeah, all the keyword you highlight, and then you look at the attributes, look at the quality attribute, which one is the most suitable attribute to be mentioned according to the problem here, and also the suggested new system. Any question? So my example to you is we can explain under performance efficiency. Yeah, Noel?
So, like the quality must be related to the problems and the solution. Oh, okay.
The problem and the new system mentioned. Yeah, the attribute that you are suggested must be related to this case. Yeah, must be related to this case. The problem mentioned here and the suggested new system, they need have this. All this actually, the suggestion in a new system actually used to solve this problem. Right? So in your explanation, you take out those keyword. You apply those keyword in your answer. Any other question? We take out the keyword. What are the main problem? Yes.
No question.
No question. Thank you, Noel. Other student, if you feel shy to turn on your mic, right, you can type in the chat box. So case study, I'll tell you in the final exam, full with this kind of question. No longer has a theory 1-to-1. Everything you have to think and justify. Must be logically related to the case. So this is a problem. This is a feature shall have in the suggested new system. So which quality attributes is the most suitable to be applied in this case? But there are plenty here. You see, there are a lot of choices. There are a lot of choices. But of course, even though a lot of choices, some are out of our range. Like let's say portability. What you want to mention, portability, like nothing mentioned, right? In the case here, in the case just now, not at all. Didn't mention about what is that, installation, replacement. So this one, take out. Look for others. Do they mention about security? Do they talk about maintainability? How about reliability? Maybe. Yeah, maybe. So you look at the sub characteristic and the rest. Compatibility, usability. Go through the attributes. I will give you time. Try first. Later, we will discuss your solution. Later, you will discuss your solution. Place your answer in the here. Okay, place your answer in the tutorial 3 submission.
Which question? Question 1 or question 2?
Question 1 and 2. Yeah. Number 1, question number 1 mostly are correct. So you just put in some, and then later we will briefly look for question 1. Question 2 is the one that we need to really brainstorming. Everybody has your own reason why you want to choose that. How long you own it? Question 1 and 2.
30.
30, okay, no problem. So you look at the question here. Okay, 1 and 2 only, this one. 1 and 2. Quality attribute, popular question, final exam. So this one refer to Appendix 3.1. Look for any relevant software quality. 30 minutes, no problem. So 3:30, we will discuss at 3:30. Please prepare your answer. I'll get back with you 3:30. Everyone ready?
Yeah.
All right, let's look at the answer. No answer yet. Are you pasting your answer here, Wong? Not yet. If not yet, I will go for another one. Because some students, they like to do it in other Word document and then they will paste it here. How about you? Are you pasting your answer here? Still doing all right. We go for other first. Never mind. We understand some need more time.
Miss,
Let's look at
if I didn't turn in, you still can see my answer. If I didn't turn in,
still can. I still can see.
Okay.
Oh, no, sorry. Wrongly. Let me turn in means that after you have done all the question, after mark, after add on, after our discussion, you add on your answer, everything done, then you turn in. All right, let me enlarge a little bit so that other friends can take a look. So now perfect. I thought you're going to do other attributes, Nathan. All of the report may not be compiled in less time. New system, all data will be updated automatically. Report generated. My ad company reducing. More or less the same like what I mentioned just now. Any new? I'm looking for new attribute throughout contact using. Okay, the new system has no limitation. I think better don't use a no limitation. You put here. Got limitation from the stock there. So now with the new system, the user now can browse 120.0.0.0. They can, what is it? Feet of shell and then holding 8,500 different products. Oh, sorry. Too messy. Let me clear. Okay, this one. So for Nathan's case, this one, here. Got limitation also. So write down. Okay, Nathan. Yeah, numerous goods. If the case already mentioned, then you write it in. Yeah, we don't want to write something too general. Since the case already provided the figure. Nathan, okay? Okay, Miss, I saw your... Let's look at Ian's, Jonathan, Ling Yik N. Ling Yik N. Let me enlarge a little bit here. Functionality. Suitability. Suitability. Okay, without from the cloud. All right, good. Now they can place order, yeah? Those the system should be suitable. Let's look at this one. Let's look at our appendix, yeah? 3.1. Suitability. So the first one, suitability, we will measure, we will look at completeness, correctness, appropriateness. So shall meet the needs. This one important. The new system shall meet the needs on certain conditions. So the need is they want the system help users to check the inventory and then update the information. After that, look at completeness. Correct result. This one important, correctness. Yes, because the case did mention a lot of errors along the order entry process. A lot of mistake happen. So yes, definitely this one relevant. Appropriateness. Presented a necessary step, complete the task. Excluded unnecessary step. All right, let's come back to Ian's answer here. Okay, good. Correctly, precisely, with high data, should be able to view the precise order as well, compile reports, accurate. Don't forget, we have this one about, if about the correctness, we have this. We have this in our case. Let me clear everything. Can I just... If correctness, the new system can solve this one. A lot of mistake done along the order process. So now since the customer can place order themselves, many mistakes can be avoided. Yeah? When they request order through phone, sometimes you see we talk through phone, our message could be delivered, like let's say voice not clear, interruption, many many interruption in between the message delivered can be slightly not necessarily always the same sometimes. So if customer themselves, when we mention for and then they hear maybe add something like this. So when the customer place order themselves, so that kind of mistake can be avoided. All right. So okay, so you can add on about the correctness. Yeah. Okay, so you get the idea, how to improve the answer. Okay, get some idea. So you can add on this, you can add on this. All right, good try, yeah, good try. Next one, you look at the Celine, reduce times. Make it longer, your sentence, Celine. You have the point, but elaborate more. Yeah, elaborate more. Look at next one, Elvin. I'm looking for Elvin's answer. Let me see here. Availability. So the system, customer need to check the status of approval. Wow. Download document needed. The system should allow customer to do tasks anytime. So they can check the previous order. This one did mention, right? This point did mention in the case. Where is that? They can check previous order is here. Good. Yeah. So you are taking these keywords in your justification. Right? Good try. Next one. Suggest substitution availability. Availability. Okay, you're talking about this. Okay, I will suggest to Alvin, you might explain what is this one first. What shall the new system do? After that, then you continue with availability. Yeah. To further improve your answer, you expand first. How this important to BIM scope company, and then you specifically continue with availability. Okay, fault tolerance intended. This one didn't mention, okay? So you add on this and then follow by this. Come back to here. I need write the whole. No. Whichever relevant. Whichever relevant. So now your availability is under reliability. So we want you can write more content. You can expand a little bit why this reliability is important for BIM scope. Yeah. Why the new system show reliable to BIM scope. You explain and then you go further, explain availability. Then you have more content. Okay, Elvin?
Okay.
So that's my suggestion to you. Let's look at the Daniels. Accessibility. Yeah, waiting. On the way. Daniel, on the way, accessibility. Anything new here? Resources. If possible, make it different paragraph. So easy to check. Yeah, make it different paragraph. Okay, same. Okay, similar to the previous one. Let's look at Noel. Usability. This is interesting, usability. Usability can be from can be internal, external, can be from the developer's point of view, also can be from customer point of view, the user's point of view. Because whenever customer using the system, we want to have such a placing orders easily understood and contain learnability attributes so that the customer good user experience while using the system. If not usable, the customer will resort to an alternate electronic distributor and therefore BIMSwood will lose several clients unless the system is usable. Okay, so now you are referring to the customer point of view, usability. So make easy. So what is a usability? Let's look at our appendix here. Usability, we have, oops. So the system now, the new system now appropriate to the user's need. Because they want order entry system and inventory system. Remember the question mentioned they want order entry system, this one, ordering and inventory control system. So now this system definitely help the user. Where is that already? Okay, help the user That's appropriate to their need. They are now the new system, the company, they want the new system can help the clerk from the time enter the request from the customer, from the time enter order until the shipment. The whole process now can be simplified and updated automatically without to do, let's say, without spending extra effort to run here and there, find out, to call up the shipping company, ask for code, or a lot of tasks can be, a lot of work can be saved. So the new system appropriate to their need. This is a learnable. Yeah, this is a good point. Learnable. Okay, easy to operate. This one not relevant, then you can take out. And then accessibility, do you have? How do you justify? Let me look at your answer here. Okay. Different point, write in different paragraph better. Yeah? Don't combine all in one. So it's not usable. Okay, acceptable. Acceptable. Nothing wrong. Alternate electronic distributor. What is this?
Because BeamScope is an electronic distributor, so if the system is not usable, then the customer might have a bad user experience. Then they resort to other distributor.
That's what you mean. The customer will resort to an alternate electronic distributor, and therefore BeamScope will lose several clients unless the system is usable. Okay, can if not learnable, and if the whole old system, if the system are too troublesome and always mistake happen, sometimes customer can dissatisfied. Yeah, dissatisfactions might cause them to look for alternative. Okay, can acceptable? Yes. Next one. Jeremiah. Okay, more or less. Any more difference? Compatibility. Let's look at here. Directly tied to the, oh yeah, this is new point here. Directly shipping. All right. When in the assessment, final online assessment, please look at the marks allocated. If only 2 marks, then okay. If 6 marks or 8 marks, then you have to think of more content. This one, no problem. This one, no problem. This point, no problem. Yeah? This have been exchanged and shipping information. Okay, this one is about the shipping. Order entry system. Any other point you want to add on? This one. Along the process, from the time order, inventory update until shipment, the whole process.
Miss, the software
yes,
quality.
One here, yeah.
The software quality refers to the main characteristic or the sub characteristic.
If you can find the main where involve all the stuff, all the sub can be applied, then you expand all the sub. If the sub not relevant, then we cannot take the sub. We cannot take all sub. You can take 1 or 2, which is relevant. If you can find one main but Many sub can be used. I mean, untung lah, you have a lot of point to explain. So like just now, the performance efficiency, one main, we have many content. We can explain in terms of time, resources, capacity. Mean your justification very strong. Yeah, clear and strong justification. Also, always have to refer the marks. Sometimes they will, based on the marks allocated and the quantity, quality of your answer. Come back here. Sharp usability, check status, check the quantity. Seems this one like from the itu saja, from the case. Can elaborate a little bit more. Okay, can elaborate a little bit more usability to the customer. Why this usability is so important to the customer? Okay, sure. You see, the content from the case means if everybody has the same answer also from the case, your answer will not be stand out from the rest of them. Overall, if you get your answer point to point, word by word from the what is it? From the case above, you apply successfully. You can apply, you've chosen the appropriate attribute. That's good. You are in B level. If you can make your answer stand out from others, then your grade will be higher than others. Okay, we look at here. Why is it so important to the, why new system? Why these attributes important in the new system? Why so important to know? Why this attribute is important in new system? Yeah, from a customer point of view. Customer satisfaction, okay, yeah. Efficiency will result in a wider range of customers and staff being able to use the system well. Okay lah, not wrong. I can't judge it's wrong. But okay, can customer satisfaction. So far, so good. Unless if there's any big mistake, I will point out. So next one, good. Banyak juga, Lim. Let's see. Okay, even the question asked for one, so Lim try to have more option. Too general, yeah, this answer. Assumption, efficiency. Process customer order. So functions such as a barcode scanning for each item should not be longer than to recognize the update stock quantity. So here talking about time behavior. Information share. Okay, this one, okay, can. So all the reports, all the reports can compile on time. Since the point already in this one, in the case, you have to take it down. The one that the compile reports on time. It did mention in the case. This is their problem. That's the problem. Under time behavior. Compile. Where is that already? Okay, this one. So currently took a long time to compound the reports. So the new system shall have the attributes under time behavior manage to compile all the reports for senior management so that senior management can make decision as soon as possible. When the report compile as soon as possible with updated information, then the decision made also using the updated information. So we are expanding according to here. Okay, so let's say we have two answers. One answer you explain like how I did, and then another answer using assumption. Then the answer provided, the answer that relevant to the case will have higher marks. Okay. The point is there, but we elaborate using onwards. We don't do like take keyword, make up one sentence. Comma, make one sentence. You extend it, make it longer using onwards. Okay, compatibility about the shipping, usability, to demonstrate, noise, usability. Again, this one is not mentioned. You can write not wrong, but if you can find some support answer from the case, much more better. Okay, same, all these are assumed only. Support your answer from the problem and the feature listed from the case. So we look at the Pharaoh's answer here. It was hard to, it took 5. Okay.
Yeah, I'm still doing it.
Oh, never mind. Yeah, you're trying. Yeah, no problem. It takes time learning. It took 5. Okay, this is the point. Yeah, this is the point. They're too slow. They need 5 to 7 days to ship. Now with the new system, they have this one, the order system, inventory system, straight away tied with the UPS. So which attribute relevant to this? This is a key point, yes. Yeah. So now what you're doing is you list out all the problem here first. Okay. Also, another way to do, you list out everything here or you highlight the text so that you can more focus. Can? No problem.
Okay.
So later you continue, yeah. So Ivan, where are you? Not here. Line not good. No more. Finish already. Okay, done. Any question? Number 2. one question, I think not enough. This one, number 2, we have a past year question. That one we will discuss everything after we finish syllabus. Yeah, I prepared 2 set past year question to every one of you. We will go through that at the end of the semester. Now, 4 o'clock, I will split you all to the group again, like yesterday. But before that, when you all ask me question from the question you ask me now, let me I'm looking, okay, let's say I take out this empty space. So now in your assignment, okay, listen, listen. In your assignment, so this Friday is the rubric. Yeah, this Friday, where is my rubric? You see, Russell's project is here. So, okay. This is your rubric. This Friday, you're going to present this, right? This one, and also this one. Just a brief, 15-minute maximum. And then on next week, student will present Gantt chart. So now some of you will say, why Gantt chart? How to do this? Let me summarize to you. There are a lot of things to do next week. The most important person. So next week, listen here. I need to know which software process model you choose. Reason why you choose that software model. You did this one previously, in your previous report. Some of you did very well. You justified why you choose this process model for your project. Project means your assignment now, as well as required activity. So this software process model, you have a waterfall, you have a rapid, you have a prototype. There's a processes, tasks involved. So here mentioned required activity means, so in your software process model, let's say what model? Any model. Let's say you are choosing a waterfall. Yeah, waterfall model. Give reason why you choose this. If out of this model, you have a few processes, but some of the processes or some of the activity is actually no need to be used, no need to be applied to your project, then you don't have to expand it. So each activity or each processes are so funny. I look at the report. You suggest here already. No, this one waterfall. You suggested waterfall, but I look at the explanation. The explanation totally no relevant to this at all. This will cause your mark low mark. Here talking about process A, B, C, D, E, but you explain some other things. You are using RAD for your explanation. You have your analysis. You have your initialization, analysis, testing here. But in your explanation, you talk about risk analysis. You talk about other things. Don't mean not relevant. So far, any question?
In the chat.
In the chat, this week still need to explain why. No, this one is a next week. So this week, let's relook at the rubric here. This week, this one, and this one. So some of the group, they are confused. This one, is that any relevant to all? Of course, they are relevant because this is a one project. Some of the content memang ada kaitan. You may explain your dependency is your sequence, your project, Microsoft project, the order, the sequence of activity. So you can briefly explain what is that, but no need detail. The detail one will be next week. Okay, the detail one will be next week. So let me highlight, because some of you need to do preparation before I split you in a breakout room. So this one, and then, okay, prepare Gantt chart. So all these things in your reports. Resources, skill, experience, weighted scoring model, resources calendar, all this in your report. I want to okay, I use this space. So in the rubric, you have this one. In the rubric, this part. For next week, next week rubric, you have this. So this and this, of course, they are related because they're explaining the same thing. You choose software model. Let me draw it out to you. This one. So you choose your software model. Okay, let's say you have your software model. When you explain your model, when you explain this model, this one, the phases, the activity. Okay, when you explain it, please relate it to your system. If you are suggested system. Let's say you are doing e-wallet. Okay, you are doing e-wallet. And then one of the activity here, one of the tasks here maybe is about questionnaire. Yeah, questionnaire. How to spell? Questionnaire. So when you explain questionnaire, you have to explain this questionnaire will deliver to who? Who will fill up the questionnaire? Who will fill up questionnaire if you do this system? Who? If you do this for school, college student, then who will fill up? Maybe the user would be the college student, or maybe the e-wallet user at the college other than student will be lecturers or academic staff or other lab assistant. All those mentioned must be relevant to your user. If you are doing e-wallet in the college, let's say college canteen. So when you explain questionnaire, who will fill up questionnaire? Of course, those user who are relevant to this. You cannot write out managing director. Where you got managing director here in this system, right? In the college canteen. Remember I shared with you the e-wallet system. The current problem is everything manually. Everyone has to queue up at the canteen. So now the team, the project team, they are going to develop the e-wallet. So they go through, they choose one software model. follow software model, if there are 5 processes, if one of the processes not relevant to you, then you don't have to explain the one, because it, of course, you have to look at the scope of your system. All these processes memang ada kaitan with your Microsoft project. Your processes, you listed your processes here. What you explain must be same here. You don't explain other things. Your explanation must be relevant to your suggested system. These processes is here also. If here you mention waterfall processes, but in your activity here, you're doing something else. Very logic, right? That's not the purpose of choosing the software model. This happened in your previous assignment. I saw that all the three groups, not in line. Not in line. You're suggested here, let's say you suggested RAD, rapid, but you don't have modeling. You talk about the explanation is more on like the analysis, planning, more on other processes, more on other software model. Okay, I repeat there. If you choose this software model, their process, right? So you explain each process, each relevant process, relate it to your system. Don't just explain only. Explain only we can find online. We want to know all this process, what you will going to do in your project. If you're talking about there are one component here, questionnaire, then who will answer this questionnaire? You relate it to your system. All these tasks, paling penting, the most important, all these tasks same to your planning. Must be the same, cannot be different. Then maybe you ask me, I already explained here, then what should I explain in the Microsoft project? So if let's say here you already explained, the one in green, you already explained, then you're talking about duration. So when you are explaining duration for one of the tasks, then here you can put refer to Appendix 1. Let's say Appendix 1. So this is your Appendix 1. Like this, they are relevant. Then you don't have to explain at the top and then explain again project planning. No, they are same. Okay. If let's say one of the phase here, one of the phase here is about costing. Let's say costing. Let's say costing. Okay, you expand costing. Let me clear up. Later you confuse. Okay, let's say. Okay, let's say one part in your activity or task here, you're talking about the resources management. Resources management. So here, resources management means all your team member, project manager, your developer, who else involved. So this resource manager, maybe you will explain about the team member, right? The team member, and also you talk about their payment, the cost. So this team member, you already mentioned in previously, you already mentioned here about team member. Team member here, governance. Okay, already there. Already there. So when the time that, if let's say resources manager 1 point here, now you want to explain. Talk about team members. So this one you say, refer to figure 1.1. Where is your figure 1.1? Is your governance. The one that you already done here in the previous. So you have to check your table of content, which one you put earlier, which one you put later. Any question?
Then order.
Any questions so far?
The order on how
Sorry?
the order on how we present. Like first we present the background, and then stakeholder, and then the work breakdown, and then assumption, dependency, those things, like in order.
Oh, you mean this Friday, right? This Friday?
Yeah.
Okay, this Friday. This Friday. This one actually already similar here, yeah, but to refresh our memory, you can briefly talk about your company. Yeah, briefly, just to refresh our mind. If we forgot which company you are doing, then you briefly explain. So you mentioned who are the stakeholder, what are the major assumptions you need to have. Okay, what are the major assumptions?
No need the work breakdown.
No need the background.
The work breakdown structure, the WBS.
The WPS work breakdown assumption, no need. Assumption, no need. Dependency, the work breakdown, that one you can put it here.
Oh, it's next week.
You can, next week one. Next week.
Oh, oops. Okay.
I think Kelvin asked me twice about WPS. You are in charge of this, isn't it?
Yeah, I thought needed, so I asked.
Oh, okay. WBS, that one is this assignment, tutorial number 1 or number 2. The other day we do.
Number two.
Number 2. So let me come back to here. Assumption here, for example, just now we talk about the e-wallet system, right? So my assumption will be, I will assume currently college has a very strong Wi-Fi, yeah, to adapt this system. And also I will assume that all the canteens, all the, not say all, I will assume currently the food store has a barcode scanner. So that's assumption. But the project now only do the system. They are, how about barcode scanner? They need it. You have the system, but you need the tools, right? You need the hardware. So we assume the hardware already there. So we put in assumption. You really have to involve yourself in this one problem. Involve problem. No. Please don't. Dependency. Yeah, dependency is here. Right? Dependency, you see, okay, before I forgot, if let's say you choose a waterfall example, if you choose waterfall, what is a major feature of waterfall? Ciri-ciri utama waterfall? Waterfall is a sequential.
Yeah, sequential. Cannot. When there's a mistake, and then we cannot go back and fix it like that.
And also, this one have to finish first, right? Before you go to task 2, am I right?
Yeah.
If you choose waterfall, take note, if you choose this, and then in your explanation, okay, in your explanation, you mention, now my worker, my resources, they do parallel job. They do this job and they do this job. Okay? Is it contradict with your process model?
Yeah.
This one take note. Some of the group the other day. Because when you all ask question, I will go back and think about, is it something not right there? If you suggested this model, make sure your explanation yang betul according to your process model. If your process model has to do it sequential, this is not parallel, but your explanation will say, oh, my staff now working on planning at the same time working analysis at the same time working testing. How you want to do this? Are you planning to do like this planning? There are team A and then a team B. Then your project, Microsoft project will be very complicated. And then here and then another team who can do, I don't know how you're going to arrange your Microsoft project. Must be in line. Whatever you say must be shown correctly in your Microsoft project.
This one's for next week, right? The explanation.
Yeah, next week. I think some of you already started this, so I explain all satu kali lah. I explain one go. And also, when you explain your project duration, you need 2 months overall system, 2 months. But in your Microsoft project, the duration here only 1 month. Contradict.
The waterfall model can only one team do.
It depends. Depend the suitability. You decide your system, which one more suitable. You decide. You know better than me. Okay, you decide. Is it that all your justification, your explanation cannot contradict?
Yeah, I just
I know
afraid,
not easy.
I just afraid like the team, like one team, like need to do 2 tasks, or waterfall might not work like that.
No rework. What's one person? I know if assignment student like to distribute tasks one. I do 1, you do 2, and another student do 3. Then no communication.
I just
I do this. This student did very well, but very well content is contradict to here. Then how? What do you think? Shall we give mark? Shall we give mark to this student if can do very well, but whatever mentioned here contradict to the previous explanation? Cannot. So mean the teamwork, don't have. And the written report marks also no good. There are no relevancy here. This is a project, or everything must be in line. Okay. We don't look for solo performance. We want everybody doing. Okay, if let's say this student done, please ask a second member and a third member check. Because the written reports, about half of it is a group work. If a group work no good, will also affect your individual marks, am I right? If a group performance no good, your individual marks for the final report also no good now, because here contribute 50. This is individual. You perform very well here, you get, okay, I give you maximum 50. But the group work full with contradiction, not in line, not right here, not tally, everything, no. I mean, no communication, many things that contradict one and another. So here maybe you just get out of 50, maybe 20. So might affect your marks overall 70. So this one also important group works on top of this. Any question? Okay, if no question, do you need a breakout room?
This week we just take what we do and then we don't we don't explain much.
Yeah, don't explain too much. It's 15 minutes only.
We just say, oh, this is our assumption, this is our dependency, this is our constraint, this is our governance plan, our project control, like that.
Yeah, that the presentation that one is more on individual, but of course the content cannot be wrong, cannot be yang sepatutnya ada mesti ada.
Okay.
Contohnya, let's say stakeholder, your should be correct, right? I mean the stakeholder define must be correct. Cannot, if you this one wrong, then might affect the marks. They're not relevant, irrelevant answer. Okay, poorly met. I don't need a very detailed, but at least must be correct. But here, okay, clearly met. This one, mostly met. Basically met. Poorly met. So this one, 10 marks. I split half, 5, 5. 5 for weekly and 5 for the written report. So fair lah. I mean, we don't just focus on here. Weekly also we give some mark, your progress. So need, I will assign here, need breakout room. Who no need? If no need, you may leave the session because 4:30 already. I don't want to use up your time. Later you keep on waiting me in your breakout room. Yeah, who need breakout room? Oops. Okay, if no whales, no need, then no whales group can leave the meet already. Thank you for attending my class. I will assign based on your request here in the chat box.
Okay, thank you.